packages now where you're principal on your.
Yeah, so this isn't exactly the Smith maneuver.
Okay.
This is the end result of the Smith maneuver. And the Smith maneuver is where you actually take your existing mortgage of 300,000, whatever, if you're a landlord and you're collecting $4,000 a month revenue,
Yeah.
okay? But of that 4,000, you got 3,000 a month in expenses. Well, that only leaves you with 1,000 a month to apply towards your debt. Smith maneuver says you take all 4,000, apply that to your debt, which increases your line of credit that you also have registered. So as this goes lower, your line of credit goes up.
Okay.
You then use your line of credit to pay the $3,000 expenses that month.
Okay.
So you're able to put 4,000 down every month instead of 1,000. That's the Smith maneuver.
Okay.
But this is the is that still going?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the fast track way of doing things. If you are able to, like in your case, when you sell that piece of land,
Yeah.
you're gonna have 300, in these numbers here, you'll have $300,000 cash available to you inside your business,
Okay.
right? So your house is worth 500,000, you have $300,000 debt against your house. So your goal is to pay that mortgage off. Well, you've just sold your land inside your business, so because you're able to take money out of your business, it's your business, you pay off your existing mortgage.
Okay.
Your house is now free and clear. Problem is, you've got zero cash left in your company to play with. So you then go back to the bank and you're able to borrow up to 80% loan to value. The house value is 500,000. So you borrow 400,000 at current rates. Your principal and interest payment is $18.92 per month. You have property tax, you might as well get your property tax paid too. $400 a month for $2,300. You lend that money back to your company. Your company has to make monthly payments for that 400,000 back to you, which happens to be more than it costs you to borrow the money. This is a tax deduction to you. The interest on that portion is tax deductible to you. Now the income, like if you're making $2,400, some of that's going to be income to you personally as well. But it's all this is all 100% expensable to the business and partially expensed here.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. So in your book, on page 79 is the 333 story. So you can read it yourself at a certain point in time.
What page?
79. But the basis of the story, this is Bob Proctor, and he was, what's the resolution?
No, me too.
Basically, Barrie, which is an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Toronto, was hit with a windstorm, a hurricane. Tornado, thank you. And devastation, it was quite bad. So they wanted to raise money. The challenge was that they had to do it in a very short period of time. So the goal was to raise $3 million.
3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours to raise $3 million. Sorry?
In 3 days.
In 3 days. So to get ready to prepare themselves to raise $3 million in a 3-hour telethon. The challenge was that there were multiple radio stations that were going to get together, but they don't talk to each other. They don't cooperate very well. So that was a task in and of itself, to get all of these people in the same room to focus on the same goal, to raise $3 million. So most people, that's just insurmountable. It's just not going to happen. People automatically go to the negative. So what they did, you guys can help me out because it's been a while since I haven't read the story for a while.
Do you mind if I read a certain part of it?
Yeah, go for it.
So he presented this. Templeton wanted to make all this money to help people. This is what he asks. He said, following Friday, he called all of his executives at Telemedia into his office. At the top of the flip chart, in bold letters, he wrote 3 threes. He said to his executives, these are the executives. How would you like to raise $3 million 3 days from now, in just 3 hours, and give the money to the people in Barrie. There was nothing but silence in the room. Finally, someone said, Templeton, you're crazy. There's absolutely no way we could raise $3 million in 3 hours, 3 days from now. Templeton said, wait a minute, I didn't ask you if we could or even if we should. I just asked you if you would like to. Templeton was wise. He was appealing to the charitable side of their nature. It was important for those present to focus basically on the goal rather than the means, right? Rather than the how. They all said, sure, we'd like to. He then drew a large T underneath the 333. On the side he wrote, why we can't. On the other right side he wrote, how we can. Under the words, why we can't, Templeton drew a large X. As he placed the X on the flip chart, he said, there is no place to record. Now there's no place to record the ideas we think of which can explain why we can't raise $3 million in 3 hours, 3 days from now, regardless of how valid they might be. He continued to explain, when anyone calls out an idea which suggests why we can't, everyone else must yell out as loud as they can, next. That will be our command to go to the next idea. Ideas are like the cars on a train. One always follows the other. We will keep saying next until a positive idea arrives. Smiled and continued to explain that opposite the X on the other side, directly under the words how we can, I will write down every brainstormed idea that we can come up with on how we can raise $3 million in 3 hours, 3 days from now. He also suggested in a very serious tone of voice that everyone remain in the room until they figured it out. We are not only going to think of how we can raise $3 million immediately. After we originate the idea, we are going to execute them. There was silence again. Finally, someone said, we could do a radio show across Canada. Templeton said, that's a great idea, and wrote it down under how we can. Before he had it written on the right-hand side of the flip chart, someone said, you can't do a radio show across Canada. We don't have radio stations across Canada. Since Telemedia only had stations in Ontario and Quebec, you must admit that was a pretty valid objection. However, someone in the back of the room, in a rather soft tone, said, next. Templeton replied, doing a radio show is how we can. That idea stays. But this truly did sound like a ridiculous idea because radio stations are very competitive. They usually don't work together, and to get them to do so would be virtually impossible according to the standard way of thinking. All of a sudden, someone suggested you'd get Harvey Kirk and Lloyd Robertson, the biggest names of Canadian broadcasting, to anchor the show. These gentlemen are anchors of national stature in the industry. Someone clearly spoke out saying, they're not going to go out on the radio. But at that point, the group yelled, next. Templeton said that was when the energy shifted. Everyone got involved. It was absolutely amazing how fast and furious the creative ideas began to flow. That was on a Friday. The following Thursday, they had a radiothon where 50 radio stations from all across the country agreed to work in harmony for such a great cause. They felt it didn't matter who got the credit, as long as the people in Barrie got the money. Harvey Kirk and Lloyd Robertson anchored the show, and they succeeded in raising $3 million in 3 hours within 3 business days.
333, exactly. So you apply that to your brainstorming, right? So we want to raise Andrew wants $150,000 by September.
For sure, everybody in here probably does.
That's okay. Let's
But
focus on one, right?
So if we figure it out for you, can we not all apply it?
Yeah.
Are you okay if we do that?
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
That's-
Don't
yeah,
just-
exactly.
Don't just single me out on this. I think.
No, but that was, that was a goal. But, I mean, we're gonna focus on you because we're gonna focus on how you can. And how you can may not work for how Sam can, but we can then say, well, what about Sam? How can we do it for Sam? Make sense? So, we're open, the floor is open. How are we gonna do this? Yep,
Maybe potentially a hot market flip. So Victoria, I don't know about Vancouver right now, but picking a residential home, obviously off of FSBO or something that needs work, and off market, not on the MLS, and go in there and there's enough margin there that they're old enough that if you put in the work and the effort, they do praise a lot higher than just the equity and time and money you put in.
so a hot market flip.
Hot market flip, I would call it.
Why do you call it hot market? Just
Because there's only certain areas that are really,
that's what you can.
it's like,
You need the equity spread.
yeah, you need the equity spread. So they're going for 700,000, but with the renos, they could be worth 1.2.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like Calgary was a couple years ago.
Right, yeah, Calgary's not great.
So Victoria comes to mind. There's neighborhoods in Victoria. And there's also Vancouver and probably Toronto now, but I just don't know the Toronto market. It seems big. I mean, different mindset. I'm thinking a single family home or some type of residential home.
Okay.
$625 a day roughly, average.
Okay, so on that line,
That's good.
how many TIR programs do you need to sell in order to raise 150?
30, I think.
Well, 30 is if you sold every program for more than 5,000. Because the program costs you $1,000 each.
Right, yeah,
Right?
so it's 40 or something.
Yeah, so say 40, sell 40 programs.
40 at 4,000, is that the idea?
40 to 5,000.
So just the TIR program, so he's
That's-
on your program?
Yeah, exactly.
Oops. 40.
And if that's the case, if that's what you want to do, I've got another idea for you afterwards, okay?
I still need to talk to you about the SNAP too.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Now, is there anything within SNAP that comes to mind that we could help you with?
About my SNAP.
Yeah, so, what's SNAP, right? Yeah, that's not all. At the Matrix, which is a Bob Proctor event, 4.5, 5 days, the first 3 days they talk about mindset, getting you prepared to create and really tweak your C goal, identify it, and get it down into like a 30-second elevator pitch. Then on the 4th day, you go around to each table, and there's 100 people in there, so you have an opportunity to be in front of 90 people, 100 eventually. And at each table, you give them your 30-second elevator pitch, asking them for help in whatever it is you're looking for. So you have 1 or 2 requests, and you've got a little bag. And actually, I'll show you. The little bag is filled up with cards. And these cards will say, yes, I can help you do this, I can help you do that.
Basically, all the rooms, all the tables are around the room, and then there's a group of people, so number 1 from each table, go around. And they just sit for 90 seconds with each table, present their goal, present what they need, and anyone that believes they can help them in some way puts a note on a card and drops it into this bag.
Yeah, so everybody at the table has their own stack of cards that are blank. I've got my own little card, I set it on the table, and I do my 30-second elevator pitch, this is what I'm looking for. If you can help me, you put on the card. I love what you do, let's stay in touch. Okay, well, that's nice, doesn't really do a lot for me, can't read that one. So, yeah, I can help you achieve this goal, that goal, whatever. So it's a pretty phenomenal exercise, actually. If you've got clarity about what it is you're looking for.
Yes, that's the key.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of it is fluff if you don't have any clarity what you're looking for. And that's unfortunately what a lot of people end up at that event, but it can be very powerful if you know what you're looking for. So is there anything from any of that triggers something that we could do to help as well?
Well, I guess I could say what the goal there was.
Yeah.
My ultimate vision is